The first fracture in my marriage appeared on a Tuesday night. I wasn't searching for it. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't even suspicious. But when her phone lit up on the kitchen counter, face up, with a message that said, "Can't wait to see you tonight," I froze. I didn't grab it right away. My hands were still wet from the dishes, trembling as though my body already knew the truth my mind refused to face. My wife, Claire, the woman I had spent 12 years beside, the mother of our daughter, she was supposed to be at a friend's book club that evening. I dried my hands, picked up the phone, and read further. The messages were playful, teasing, intimate. Words I hadn't heard from her in months. Not since she started pulling away, always exhausted, always busy. And then I saw his name, Ryan. My stomach dropped. Not a stranger. Ryan was a contractor who renovated our porch last summer. The man I invited for beers. The man I trusted. I could barely breathe. Moments later, Claire walked into the kitchen, humming softly until her eyes landed on the phone in my hand. For just a split second, panic flickered across her face. She tried to cover with forced calm, but it was too late. "Why?" I whispered. My voice cracked, pathetic in my own ears. She froze. "James, I don't. Please, not now." Her mouth opened, then shut again. Her silence told me everything. That night was torture. She admitted they'd been talking for months. She said being with him made her feel alive again. Each word cut deeper than the last. But the final blow came when she confessed she was planning to meet him at a hotel that very night. She insisted she hadn't decided if she'd actually go through with it, as if the thought alone wasn't betrayal enough. I sat on the edge of our bed staring at the floor while she packed an overnight bag, pretending it was about needing space. Our daughter was asleep down the hall, unaware her mother was choosing someone else over us. When the zipper closed, I finally looked at her. My eyes must have been empty. "So that's it? After everything we built, you'll throw it away for him?" Her jaw trembled. "James, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to figure out what I want." I let her go, but not without words I knew she would never forget. "Claire, if you walk out that door tonight, you're not just spending the night with him. You're burning down everything we are. You're choosing a stranger over your husband, your daughter, your family. And once you do, there's no going back. Do you understand?" She hesitated, clutching the bag, tears streaming, and then she left. The hours afterward were unbearable. I sat in the dark living room, reliving every memory. Our first kiss in the rain, the day our daughter was born, Sunday pancakes, the vacations we saved years for, all of it now poisoned. I didn't sleep. At dawn, the door creaked open. She slipped inside, disheveled, makeup smeared, guilt etched all over her. "Did you?" My voice was raw. The bag dropped to the floor as she shook her head frantically, tears spilling. "No, I couldn't. I went to the hotel, James. I saw him waiting in the lobby, and I heard your voice in my head. I saw our daughter's face. I turned around and came back." She collapsed into a chair, sobbing, but apologies are like ashes after a fire. They can't rebuild a home already burned to the ground. The weeks that followed were a battlefield. She begged for forgiveness, promised counseling, swore she'd cut him off. She blocked his number, deleted his accounts, gave me full access to her phone. But betrayal doesn't vanish with gestures. It lingers. Every silence, every late reply, every time she angled her phone away. I questioned everything. I hated who I had become. Suspicious, bitter, cold, a detective in my own marriage. During one counseling session, the therapist asked, "James, what do you need to move forward?" The words left my mouth before I could think. "I need to believe she won't choose him again." Claire broke down sobbing. "I won't, James. I swear to you, I won't." That night, she told me she finally realized how much she loved me, loved us. But words are cheap. Love should have been shown long, before hotel lobbies and secret texts. Months passed. I tried. For our daughter, for the years we'd invested, for the hope that maybe people can claw their way back. But one night, while tucking our daughter into bed. She looked at me and asked, "Daddy, why does Mommy cry in the shower?" That question shattered me more than the betrayal itself, because no matter how I tried to protect her, the cracks were bleeding into her world. The turning point came unexpectedly. A rainy Saturday evening. Cooking dinner together like we used to for a brief moment. It almost felt normal. Then her phone buzzed. She flinched, just slightly. Before picking it up, it was only an automated email. Nothing suspicious. But my chest tightened anyway. The trust was gone. Utterly, irreparably gone. I set down the knife I was holding and looked at her. "Claire, I can't do this anymore." Her face went pale. "James, please. I've been trying to stitch together something that's already torn beyond repair. I don't trust you. And without trust, we don't have a marriage. Just a memory of what used to be." Her tears fell quietly. This time, she didn't argue. Maybe because she knew I was right. The divorce was brutal, but strangely freeing. I mourned the love we'd lost, the family that would never be the same. But I also felt a weight lift, a weight I hadn't realized I'd been carrying since the night her phone lit up. We agreed to co-parent, to stay civil for our daughter. But the part of me that once believed Claire was my forever, that part died the moment she packed that overnight bag. Months later, over coffee, she asked me, "Do you ever think about that night? The hotel?" I stared at her for a long time before answering. "Every day, but not for the reason you think. I don't think about what you did or didn't do with him. I think about what I said before you left, that once you walked out that door, there'd be no going back. And I was right." Her eyes filled with regret. "If I could undo it." "You can't." I cut in softly. "We're not those people anymore. You made your choice, and I made mine." She looked down at her cup, silent, and for the first time, I didn't see my wife. I didn't see my betrayer. I just saw a broken soul who had lost her way. It's been 2 years now. I live in a smaller, quieter house. My daughter's laughter fills the rooms on weekends. The ghost of betrayal still lingers sometimes. But I've learned to live with it, to accept that some wounds don't close. They simply become part of you. People ask if I regret staying as long as I did after discovering the truth. My answer is complicated. No, because I needed to try. I needed to know I had done everything before walking away. Yes, because trying nearly destroyed me. But in the end, the words I spoke that night weren't just for her. They were for me, a reminder that love is precious, but self-respect is priceless. And sometimes the bravest thing a broken heart can do is walk away.